Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I hope everybody is really doing well, and welcome to this live stream. So, first of all, my sincere apologies for not doing stream yesterday because I just wanted to. I a little bit waited for a daily closure because the daily closure was very important. I just want to see how are we going to close daily. Either we're going to close daily above 69.1 or are we going to close daily under 69.1. But that's what BTC literally closed yesterday. Daily, I would say a very good daily closure, not kind of a, but I would say still it closed around 68,550, which is still, commendable. I think it was a good closure actually. But if you would, BTC would have closed daily above 69.1, would have been amazing daily close, but still it's better because we closed above overall, I would say $67,000, which is still a good sign. So, if you remember, the previous stream that we had 2 days back, we discussed BTC plan. This is this scenario which is a very valid scenario, because if you look Bitcoin from hard-term time frame perspective, there has to be some logical reasoning for BTC to give us a meaning where what sort of a wave count would this be. So if you look at here, this is a clear irregular expanded flat that we got actually, or I would say running flat on various exchanges. For example, it gave us a running flat on Coinbase and many USD pairs, but it gives irregular expanded flat on various I would say exchanges like perpeps basically. So if you look at this structure, in my view, what we are watching right now is a very clean 5-wave structure from the bottom in 2022. That's like a 5 waves wave 1. Then we got an irregular expanded flat or a running flat wave 2 on various exchanges. And then we got this move here for BTC, which in my view is clearly some sort of a wave 3 actually. So that's like your end of wave 3 over here. And they are going for irregular expanded flat or maybe a running flat again, but this is where your wave 5 is going to be a little bit more accumulation, and then we go for a wave 5. So there is likelihood that we might see a very similar sort of a move on BTC with a nice accumulation that we saw in April 2023 and between April 2023 and September 2023. So that sort of a move is a very likelihood and a very possibility, and very similar sort of a price action we might just look for in Bitcoin. So basically it also means that we might be just undergoing a very big accumulation range, after which we can literally break out for a final wave 5, which might literally happen somewhere around, just in case if this thing's whole scenario plays out, then we might expect such sort of a big move in somewhere around August or maybe September, sort of a thing, going BTC towards $85,000. This is how we can expect Bitcoin to do actually. But this is what the count that perfectly fits in my view over here. So hence the reasoning, as I mentioned yesterday, a very nice write-up I did. Currently Bitcoin is under 69.1. If you really want to long or we really want to be bullish, we want Bitcoin to flip 69.1k. Once BTC flips the 69.1, we literally buy market spots again with a target of $74,400 to $75,000. We're just going to literally exit everything over there. Again, we're just going to exit it, and we will be looking for shorts as well in my view, because there are two possibilities on the lower term time frame. So this is like a midterm time frame. Now, if you remember a B wave, so this is, let's say this is whole move is some sort of a wave A over here, A, B, and we are going to see a B wave. A B wave can be irregular expanded flat, just like a sweep of the previous highs, or it can be like a double top as well, or it can be like 0.886, which we already did. The B wave might be in as well, but I really feel that the B wave might not be in, and I'll just come to that point in just few minutes. Why I feel that the B wave is not in. So there are two possibilities, as I mentioned. Either we sweep the highs like the swing filler pattern, we just do SFP over here, and then probably do for like this A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That sort of a move, the 5 waves, and after that 5 waves, we will just look for a reclamation, a little bit choppiness, and then something like this is what we're likely going to see Bitcoin doing towards 85,000. That's going to be one of the biggest range for Bitcoin, and it's just going to a little bit take more time for Bitcoin. Now just look at from the time perspective. Now time is very, very crucial. So that's what I want to make you all understand, that how time fibs are very, very crucial. Now, of course, I'm not a, I have started applying some of the time fibs, but I'm not that master, I would say. But still, we can make out something, So let's say this is your, base actually. So that's your wave 1. If you look at here, the base of 0 and 1 over here, let me just hide the 0.618 and 0.382 because we don't need it. And we're just going to have 1414 so we're just going to convert this as 1414. That's exactly what we're gonna do. So if you look at here, the 1414 was your bottom and the 1618 was the top over here, the local top for the wave B. And this is exactly where the top normally happens. The bottom happens, the top happens, and after that we look for another downside move accumulation, which will normally go towards 2272, or you can also say 2 Fibonacci levels. 2272 is where we normally start another round of an upside. If you look at for a similar sort of a fib, normally this is how it works normally. So let's say if this was your bottom and this was your highs, exact highs. Yep. So you look at this, the bottom literally happened few days before we reached to 1414 fib, which is around 29th of May. So 29th of May is a very big pivot over here as we are going to 1414 Fibonacci levels, practically speaking. And that might be like a top for us. Again, a little bit of more downside move till maybe 7th of July. Or maybe just chop from, go sideways on an upside, a little bit here, form like, some sort of a move. So practically this might even do something like this. Here, chop, sideways move here for like few days from, 29th of May till July. And after that, we look for a downside move here as we anticipate. And that's going to mark bottom, and a bull run, another upside move is going to start again like this. So this is how the longest accumulation channel might just form and might just happen. So I think overall, I feel that we are still having that one more big push pending on Bitcoin, guys, which will come eventually at some point of time towards $85,000. But the only question is whether it's going to happen from here, from the current price, or it's going to take a little bit more time, for Bitcoin to do. So that's our, case that we are having for Bitcoin, like an irregular expanded flat. Now, breaking down this whole move into the lower term time frame, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at here, the 1 hour chart over here, just look at here the 1 hour chart. We're just going to look the 1 hour chart, and we're going to form a channel. Okay, so this was your bottom around 56,000. And that's what the channel that we are having. And this is the upper channel, if you see here. So this is like a wave 1. This is like a wave 2. This is like a wave 3. We rejected from the channel. And then we are likely in the wave 4. Wave 4 is done. The bottom is in, for the wave 4. This is like a wave 1, 2. Another, wave 1 is in progress, and then we're going to have a little bit retest of the previous month value area high for 67.7. We're just going to a little bit chop here, and after that we zoom it up towards 72,000 and maybe new all-time highs, of $74,000. And after that, we will see a massive move on the downside. So this is what the bullish count looks like. It's the Bitcoin is still under the channel. The channel is bullish. I can't say that we are bearish at this point. Even if we are under 69K, yes, we would be bearish once we start losing this channel. The channel losing is around 65,000. Now, if you look at from the price action, it's around $65,700. That's where, the real game is actually. So in my view, this is the bull count that we have for Bitcoin. Let me just put it here, the bull and bear count, so that we know exactly how do we play it? So this is like a wave 1, 5 waves on an upside. This is like ABC, 3 waves on the downside. Another 5 waves on an upside with a 5th extension, wave 3. And the volume is really good over here, as you can see. A very nice volume coming in over here. High volume, which is clearly your wave 3. And then you're getting a very nice sell volume over here, which is normally like a trap. So let's assume that this is like a wave 4 and we are going for a wave 5, somewhere around here. So practically, this is where the path is, you know, retest of the previous month value area high. We hold 67,500 to 67,600. We accumulate a little bit. We go for a move on an upside like this, and we run up to $75,000. So that's our plan 1. That's our wave count 1 that we have, and the bullish wave count that we have. And it's very, very valid, guys. If you look at from the Phipps perspective, you know, if you look at from, you know, range perspective, overall, this is a very valid count. And I feel that, you know, we are still bullish till we are above 65.6, 65.5, as I mentioned. So, you know, you can say that, honestly, I would be leaning towards this wave count. And most likely what I will be doing is, once we start flipping 69.1K, once we start closing above, I will look for buying opportunity with the stop loss beneath 66.7 and with the take profit targets of the previous all-time highs, and somewhere around maybe an extension if we can get it towards 74,000 as well. So that's what the 2R 2.3R swing we can make it. So even if you're risking, let's say, 10,000 bucks on this, it's easy to make $23,000 you know, on spots. Actually, on leverage you can make big as well. It all depends on how much risk you are willing to take. But overall, this is a very good scalp you know, swing in my view. This is going to be a big swing in my view for myself. Now that's our wave count. We have a bullish wave count. A bearish wave count itself is, if you look at from the 2 hours perspective, you know, it's like a bearish wave count. Now the bearish wave count also means that the whole move from the top. Now let me just draw the range as well, because that is very crucial for us here. So if you look at here from the whole range perspective, from the top till now, if you look, the price is just holding, or I would say reflipped the the range value area high. Basically 68,460 is now our range value area high, which is flipped, and the price is now holding that level very, very nicely. I would like to just probably start from here with the top. Perfect, because of the perfect. So if you look at, if you draw the whole fixed range, and it is going to give us a very nice picture. Why? Because we want to start drawing this range from 5th March 2024, you know, sell off. That is a very, very good levels. Actually, we got a sell off, huge volume happened over there, people accumulated as well, and we got a bounce from there to the highs. I would say new all-time highs. So practically, in my view, I think if you look at this whole range, you will find that we bounced practically from the range POC around 66,977. That was the range POC, and now we are just going to retest the range value area high of 69,536. So once BTC, you know, flips 69,536, would be very, very, very bullish. You really don't have to be bearish at all, and the price is just going to sweep up highs, probably going to go towards, as I mentioned, 74,400 to $74,700. I mean, anywhere, I mean, it can be a swing filler pattern as well, but overall it's bullish in my view. So practically, you know, if you look at from the range perspective, we are holding the POC of the range. This is the levels where majority of the people have accumulated a Bitcoin. A lot of people were underwater, they panicked, they sold, and then rebought again over here at 66,000. As you can see, this POC is being defended. In fact, yesterday also this POC was defended. So this is the big levels for us, 66,977. So the bullish wave count I already mentioned. Let's also go to the bearish wave count, meaning that this move is some sort of a wave A over here, wave B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You already got 5 waves on the upside. Wave C. So the top is already in. You know, 72,000 is your top. Why? Because you already hit 886 Fibonacci levels, a perfect 886 Fibonacci levels, and from there rejecting towards the golden pocket zone of the bigger fib. Actually, if you look at here, it's almost, it went literally to the golden pocket zone over here. I would say even to say equilibrium actually of this whole range. Equilibrium is also very, very close, around 65,244. But overall, I mean, we were very close to the equilibrium as well. And also we bounced from the Monday mid. So practically, ladies and gentlemen, there are two posters, either the bearish count A, B, C. Now this bear count is going to play out once we start losing, as I mentioned, once we start losing 65,600. Once BTC starts going under 65,600 like this, and it just don't reclaim the 65,600 again, we're going to see something like this. It's going to be a little bit nasty actually than people thought or think about. Yes, we're going to go back towards 53,000, maybe even go close to 50k levels before moving up higher. But this is how the bull and bear structure looks like. I'm leaning more bullish at this point because we are holding the levels and the wave count that I have. Now let's say even if I have to say that this is A, B, C, meaning that the move that we saw previously, let's say from here, this whole move, then this move has to be some sort of a corrective move, WXY. It cannot be ABC. Why? Because the dump that we got from here, from this here till down, it's not 5 waves, it's 3 waves. So this move we got 3 waves, this move we got 3 waves. So every move was 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves. And hence, if this is 3 waves, which means that this move is some sort of a W, A, B, C, X, if the top is in, and then we're going to see A, B, C, Y. So that's going to, like, you know, very interesting, a range formation, an accumulation with equal highs as well. So practically, you know, this is the wave count it should have been in case, you know, if we are saying that this is A, B, C. But this is a very valid wave count as well. This wave count is going to be invalid once, as I mentioned, we start flipping value area high of 69,599 or 69,567 for Bitcoin. So what are we going to do about it, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, how are we going to play it? So I just wanted to give, before I move on to any other chart, I want to show you, I just wanted to bear count. Okay. So how are we going to play this? Let's just, you know, again, go or walk through what we talked about, a summary. First, we have a bullish count, which I am, you know, very much leaning into. I feel this is going to play out. And I think, you know, honestly speaking, this is my favorite scenario. I'm expecting BTC to flip 69.1. Once it flips, we're going to buy spot backs. We're going to go in the trade, and we're going to let it right towards $73,000, $74,000. Our invalidation levels will be under $67,700. Again, we're going to play that as well. That is our, you know, bull case. The bear count is, this is ABC, and we should not be going beyond 69,600. Even if we go above 69.1, we're not going to flip it. We're not going to go beyond 69,600, and we're just going to start dumping back down towards, you know, $55,000. So that's what the two accounts that we have. I am leaning more bullish over here rather than being bearish, honestly speaking, because of the structure it has, because of the wave count that I have. So I'm leaning more in impulsive wave count. Yes, I would be full blown bear once we start losing, as I mentioned, 65.6 again. Losing 65.6, and I will be very, very bear. I just simply going to short the market. What the price that would be, because it's going to be a big swing for me, and I'm just going to let it right towards 55,000 minimum, and can even go to 52,000, as I mentioned. It all depends. At that point, that's how we're going to play. So what are we going to do, as I mentioned yesterday as well? Once BTC flips 69.1 on daily, it closes above, or even if it closes, you know, I would say let's just see 4-hour candle once. So even if it closes, yeah, 4-hour consecutive close above 69.1, I think we should be looking for some spot backs with a very tight stop loss of, as I mentioned, 67.7. If it loses 69.1 again, we will just simply going to close it manually. I'm just going to wait for it to flip, you know. So that's how the process is going to work actually. So this is what the, you know, this is how we should play. Now, a lot of people want to knife catch it actually. I would say we don't knife catch it. If you really want to knife catch, then we just have to wait for it to retest the channel, which is going to be around previous month equilibrium of $66,000, a perfect $66,000 or $65,800. Basically, we don't invalidate this whole bull count. We just literally go to the levels where it might invalidate, trap the bears. We trap more and more bears, make them believe that we are going to dump, trap them, and out of nowhere we pump from there to $74,000. So practically this is how it can even work as well. So practically for now, the only thing we want to do is let it flip 69.1, and we're going to talk about it. We're just going to long. Till then, we just have to have patience, guys. Have patience. This month, May, honestly for me, I just took like 2 swings. I would say made almost like net 10.5 hour. My target was 30 hour. We still have 5 days left. So let's see what other alts or what other trades we can get it from any other alts. I mean, a lot of FET, I closed it for like good gains. I mean, 45-90%. But overall, I think FET BTC is still not ready yet. We still have to wait for it. I am just going to explain and just going to go one after another. So that's your Bitcoin analysis. Let's go to the Ethereum, guys. Ethereum, as I mentioned, your $4,000 is on its way. We hit the $4,000 on Ethereum. Oh, my chart is looking very messy. Let me just hide everything. Perfect. So if you look at here, few days back when I mentioned on the stream as well, the 3580 is my levels. 3580 to 3500 is my levels, where if you get Ethereum over there, you should definitely be looking to buy spots. I got some of my spot backs filled, and it bounced from there to 3,800. And honestly, I booked all my gains yesterday. It was like I wanted to hold it, but I cannot, because what I'm seeing for now is that a very big volumetric candle over here. Now this may be bullish, honestly speaking, but I'm not sure with for the wave count that I have, because I'm seeing 5 waves completion for ETH, and that is a little bit problem for me actually. ETH is looks to me like that it's 5 waves completion. So even if you look at here from ETH perspective, so let's say this is your wave 1 over here. This is some sort of a wave 2 over here. So that's your wave 2. This is wave 1. This is wave 2. And that's your wave 3. Maybe this flash dump is your wave 4. Let's say we're going to see one more push up for the wave 5, 4,441, and then again come back down, retest this and again move something like this. Now that's a bullish count. Now I'm not sure about this, how this is going to play out. Even if it wants to play out, the end game is we need to hold the 3580. Till we are above 3580, we're just going to talk bullish. We can't talk bearish at all, because there are levels where Ethereum has flipped it. Now if that level has flipped, which means those levels are very, very big. If you look at 3580 from historical perspective, it's a big levels on the daily, guys. That's where all the game happened previously. Very, very big levels historically. It's a big levels. You see, this is where we bounced off support, broke down, a retest happened, and now we are flipping it. So that's your actual range, for ETH actually. So in my view, we are just like a breaking out of the bull flag for ETH. The volume is pretty much good on the daily, I would say. I'm not just gonna deny that the volume is not good. So I think till we are above 3580, I'm just going to talk bullish about Ethereum. And the wave count that I have suggests that we are likely doing a wave 4 actually. It's a very clean wave 4. Now whether the wave 4 is in or not is a little bit of question, but overall this was some sort of A, B, C, and then you got a move on and upside, and then you got A, B, C, A, just go to the 15 minutes, and then you got the dump over here 3580, a B wave or maybe wave 1, wave BC over here, 1 2 1 2 here. So maybe a little bit push down like this to support of 3692, 3700, and if we are flipping, the deadline is for ETH. Even if we are flipping 3827, we're flipping 3827, you can buy it. and your target for ETH would be somewhere around 4,100 to 4,200. You're going to long or buy it with a very tight stop loss, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be the best risk reward trade, a very high probable trade. You cannot go wrong in this once you flip this tree at 2.7. So this is my plan for ETH. Losing 3580 would mean we are bearish, and I would like to see Ethereum going to its support, around the 3115 and maybe even 2,900 again. So that's going to be like a bot pattern actually. So for now, I think I'm bullish on ETH. The way I'm bullish on Bitcoin, it's just that we need to wait for the levels to flip on Bitcoin as well as Ethereum. For Ethereum, the level is 3827.95 on Bybit, and for Bitcoin, it's 69,138 on Bybit, and maybe on other various exchanges, somewhere it's 69,100, somewhere it's 69,090. It all depends on various exchanges, but we're going to follow Bybit for now because I trade on Bybit. Okay, so that's what the plan for ETH as well. Now, yesterday I had a very good plan for the USD dominance, but what I'm seeing here on the USD dominance font is we literally retested the green box, which I was not expecting it to retest in a one go, but we retested this whole green box over here, and and we rejected it. Honestly speaking, what I'm seeing over here is a very similar sort of a pattern that we saw previously, actually a very similar sort of pattern. Now, two things might happen over here. This is the pattern on the lower term time frame. If you just look at it, this is going to be the pattern. So what happened, we went here, we held the lows, and then we moved up, made highs, and then you know the story, we start dumping down. Okay, you know the story. Now let's look on the lower term time frame, 2 hours, maybe 1 hour chart. So you see here, if USD dominance is just holding these levels, it's a support, lower term time frame support. If it holds here, we might see a breakout one more time, and maybe like this we can go for one more push up like this, and after that we can reject a 4.7 maybe, because the whole move likely for now, it looks to me like A, B, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, E, wave 4 and 5, and after that you can move on the downside. This is how the bull count looks like. Maybe one more push is a possibility, and if not, then it's simply like A, B, and the top is in. This is your wave 1, this is your wave 2 over here, this is wave 1 already, and we are already bullish. The bottom, the top is in, and we're just going to dump like this towards 4% levels. Eventually, many people ask me that USD dominance is honestly not a good way of looking at it. Honestly speaking, this whole bull run that I've played, USD dominance was the core of my, of me buying at 16,800, was the core of me, selling as well at 70,400. Why? Because it's a very clean chart on the lower term time frame. That's our resistance you have. Till we are under the resistance, we are bullish. Once we flip it, we're gonna be bearish, as you know it. We at higher term time frame, I'm bullish. HTF, I feel that US dominance is going to be very bullish, and it's just going to wreck the whole market. It's just going to literally wreck it. As I know, I've already mentioned to you with the harmonic that I have, XABCD pattern. So this is the pattern that we have. It is bullish, very bullish. So practically speaking, this diagonal played out very nicely in my view, and it's just seem to be playing out very, very well. This impulsive move is invalidated for now. Yeah, this week off is very, very valid as well. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, I think higher term time frame on the weekly, on the daily, we are bullish. If you look at the daily time frame, RSI, the daily RSI went a lost RSI based MA, and we just retested the support, and now I think we are just going to dump more actually towards 30%, like forming some sort of a double bottom sort of a thing. Maybe you can even go one more time lows actually, because if you look at from the weekly perspective, I'm seeing still one more week of a good play, because we haven't reached my target of blue box. till USD dominance don't reach blue box on weekly, I feel that, you know, the bottom is not in for the USD dominance. So I still expect it to dump it down to 4% to 3.84%, and hence, you know, my plan is buy the dips, and I'm bullish on Bitcoin. 69.1 we are buying, definitely we are buying, guys. You should not be afraid of it. Just buy the spot bags, whatever you want to buy. You want to buy Bitcoin, you can buy it. You want to buy Ethereum, you can buy it. You want to buy any alts, I mean the alts that have flipped daily EMA 200 and also have flipped weekly EMA 100, those alts you should definitely buy. And the alt that are still trying to flip EMA 400, EMA 200 on 4 hours time frame, those are going to give you good scalps. That's what I'm aiming as well. And you know, we cannot identify, we cannot just look or screen probably look for every alt on the trading view, that which alt is looking or about to flip for H4, or you know, which alt is yet to flip H4 or daily. And that's why my trend screener is going to help me identify. I've already inputted almost 20 assets for now. I need to input another 80 to 90 assets, coins basically, on the trend screener. And once that is the trend screener, we are going to make it live by tonight or tomorrow. You all will be able to see it. I'll just give you access to it. You all will be able to see it, or at least I will be able to see it for now, that which asset is under EMA 200, which asset is above, which asset is literally very bullish on weekly time frame, what assets we need to buy. I mean, you just simply going to get every data you needed to make your decision what kind of a trend we are in, whether we are in an uptrend, whether we are in a downtrend, or whether we are in a sideways move actually. And based on that, you can decide your next play. So overall, I'm bullish. High term time frame, I'm bullish on USD dominance. Lower term time frame, I'm bearish on USD dominance. I'm expecting to dump it down to 4%, which means that I'm expecting Bitcoin to pump it up towards 73,000 to 74,000. I'm leaning literally towards my bull count. Now let's also put it over here. We have this wave count, of course. Let's also understand from the naked POC perspective. If you look at here, the daily naked POCs, it's just loading. Just give me a moment. Perfect. You see, we created a naked POC on an upside around 71,140. So that naked POC needs to be tested before we look for, either we flip that 71,140 and you're going to see the price is going to skyrocket, just literally going to go very high in my view. It's just going to run it up. As I mentioned, after flipping 69.1, the only task that is left is to flip the previous range value very high. That's all. I mean, that's the only task it's going to have. It's just going to have. So the daily naked POC, we have a target of, 71,100 and 71,300 levels on Coinbase. Maybe Bybit might be slightly off, plus minus $50, not much. And then on the weekly, what sort of a weekly POC we are forming? So currently our this week naked POC is forming around 69,750, which means the whole value area range, if you look at the structure I showed you here, the value area high of this range is around 69,631, which is coinciding with our weekly POC. So if the price is flipping this, you should not miss it. Simply press the buy button. That's all. You don't need any trades. You don't need any signals. You don't need to hear anyone. Just press the buy button with a stop loss under 67.7. That's all. That's all you need to do, guys. Very simple. Just press the buy button once it flips. That's all. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to press big buy buttons actually, because honestly speaking, I've sold majority of my Bitcoin spot bags at 70,500. So even if I buy at 69,000, I'm still in profits, So it was a good decision in my view. That we sold. For now, it's a good decision, because I see in maybe next few days or months, I'm seeing Bitcoins going back under $55,000 at some point of time. Even if it sweep the highs, yes, I do see that. I don't see 100K from here at this point. Honestly speaking, I really don't see. I don't have that scenario where 100K is going to come so easily from here. Why? Because 100K means that USD dominance is literally going to dump to 2%. Which in my view, it's like not possible at all. It's you know, it's simply not possible in my view at this point, because we have finished the whole ABC USD dominance wave count that I have. It clearly suggests that we have finished it. Even if you look at from the weekly perspective over here, look at the bigger ABC that we have, a triangle, a very big ABC that we are having. So we are in the C wave. We have almost done with the C wave. Maybe one more down, possibility is always there, and hence that one more down can give Bitcoin, push it up to 74, 75k, but not 100k in my view. So that 100k is once we start pushing above 74, 75, everybody's going to start screaming 100k, 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 but I don't think it's going to happen in my view. Now, so that's what I have the overall plan. Let's look at the total crypto market cap. Total crypto market cap is bullish, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, because we are above, you know, the daily AEM 50, and we are also above the equilibrium, basically 1.85 trillion. So practically right now, what I'm watching or what I'm expecting is for the USD dominance, ideally, or for the total crypto market, is I'm expecting it to flip the 2.6 trillion that we are rejecting so far. Once we flip the 2.6 trillion, we are going to go to $3 trillion. Very easy peasy, we're going to go there, guys. And remember, this is in my view going to be our absolute last wave on an upside, because from the total perspective, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see? So after these 5 waves, anything can happen. I mean, it can go like this: A, B, C, come back down to retest $1 trillion, another, you know, bigger accumulation. As I mentioned, you know, the bigger wave count. So anything can happen from there. It's just that we might just probably have to short the top and probably just ride the swings, let it ride for a few months, and that's how it's likely going to play for total. Total 2, we are bullish. We hit my 0.5 Fibonacci level again, which is very, very bullish in my view. I still expect total 2 to give me one more upside. Currently, I'm watching total as 1, 2, 3. This is your wave 4. One more push up for the wave 5 is a possibility. And it's not a possibility. It's going to happen. Sorry. I'm not saying it's a possibility. It's definitely going to happen. 110% sure it's going to happen, inshallah. So this is what I'm saying. One more push. So basically, alts and Ethereum is going to have that one more push up. Ethereum going to push up to 4,150 to 4,200, and alts are going to see a nice 10 to 12% move. Many alts are going to bump 15%. Many alts are going to just move 3%. So it all depends, but every alts is going to pump actually, along with Ethereum. L2 especially, LDO and other L2s you have, whatever the L2s we have, they are going to literally pump it along with the Ethereum, guys. Total 3, guys. Total 3, let's try and look for total 3. Total 3 lost to 687 billion. I just wanted it. Once we flip it, I think total 3 going to be ready and to rock and roll. So I just wanted to flip it here. Once we flip this whole green equilibrium, then I think the best thing for foreign investment perspective would be alts actually. The alts are going to see that one more push up, because at this point I feel that this move is A1, A, B, C, irregular flat wave 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1. Maybe wave 2 is going to happen like this, or maybe it's just doing 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's going to be 1, 2, another 1, 2 possibilities there, and we just shoot up like this, 4, 5, 4, 5, and khalas, come back down like this. So the possibility is always there for this. I think it's bullish for now, and it's going to flip 687 billion on the daily. Once we flip it, we are buying alts, because I feel that we should not be afraid. We are already having dot bags. We are already having waves underwater bag. Dot is good. It's in profits, but still we can make it out and maybe look for 20% move on upside for alts actually, minimum. So what sort of bags we're going to buy? Near already went into the buy zone, guys. I was so watching it closely, but it's just that Bitcoin. I'm just because of the Bitcoin, I just let it, you know, I did not give you that spot bags, honestly speaking. But it just went into my buy zone of 7.6, 7.62. It just went down to 7.3 as well, spot bags. And if we would have bought it, it just would have gave us a nice move on an upside. But still, I want to wait a little bit more. I'm happy to buy a little bit higher with the confirmation of pumping up to 9%. So let's say, even if BTC flips 69.1, I'm willing to buy near above 8.1, and I'm willing to let it ride to for a 20% move, 20% move on an upside. So this way, I'm going to go $1 million position in near with a very big margin, and I can make a concrete 200 to 300K actually. Easy. A safest bet. I can risk more as well. So that's where, the high probable trade is going to give you good returns actually. Similarly, Pepe, I think I've already mentioned, I think in my view it stopped, honestly speaking. I am seeing 5 waves on an upside, but looking to the structure, it seems like it just don't want to stop. And if you look at here on the logarithmic scale, I'm just going to hide here for now, the price action and support resistance algo. So if you look at here on the daily time frame, and maybe look at the 3-day chart, which is still good one, I am seeing the 5th wave actually, ladies and gentlemen. So you can also see this wave 1, wave 2, a wave 3 happened with a big volume, a wave 4 happened, and now we are in wave 5. This wave 5 is happening with the low volume. There's a clean bear divergence over here, guys. Clear bearish divergence. If you really ask me, T, according to your fibs, where should I short Pepe? Honestly speaking, if you really want to ask me, guys, this, I think this fib was the same. Let me just check it once. Yeah, this is same. So I think this is your highs and this is your lows. Oh, sorry, a little bit lower. Perfect. And we're going to plot it here 1618 and 2 Fibonacci levels. And also what we're going to do is we're going to play the range, the parallel channel. So that was your highs over here, and the overall range was this. We deviated under this range ideally. Maybe let's keep this here as well, but as a full blown range. I want to clone it. You can clone this, and after cloning, let's put it here. So ideally my target for the Pepe, in case if we're going for an extension, which I don't think we're going to go for an extension, but just in case, even if we're going for an extension, this box will be my top. This is where Pepe have to reject. This is where we're going to top out. And the worst case scenario would be we go for a full extension wave 5, like here. We go up here, okay. From there we go for bear market. This is going to be the bear market for Pepe. Then that the bear market for Pepe. The move we started, the move we're going to end here. Either we're going to reject in this green box like this, and we're going to do something like this as I mentioned, or we go to here at 295. If we go to 295, I just going to give you short and just going to forget about it for next few months, honestly speaking. And it's going to be the best short ever for Pepe. So this is what the plan that I have for Pepe. Also, I'm seeing a lot of people are talking about Bonk. Now already, as you know, that Bonk is having a good high market cap, and I really don't see Bonk doing 4x or 5x from here. But what I'm seeing for Bonk is a very, very interesting some sort of a irregular expanded flat actually. Let me show you. So this is going to be your support, this is going to be your support, and this is going to be a resistance. a little bit higher, not much. And we can clone it and let's put it here. This technique is very good in finding the tops and bottoms for across the board, guys. Just use the parallel channel for the wave 1, the cycle 1, and have the exact similar parallel channel cloned for the cycle 2. Actually, your cycle 2, you will be very surprised. Normally your cycle 2 is going to end here if you're using the logarithmic, but just mind well, use this range only when you're using logarithmic charts. Don't use it in the normal, normal charts. Actually, it's not going to play out. So I think even if you flip here the range, if you flip, I'm expecting bonk to do something like this to 8.5. So even if it does, let's say if it flips, yeah, I can expect 1x easy, 1x to maybe 125, 100 to 120%. So we just need to flip the green line, the range highs of 0.003983. Once it flips, we're going to go long, or we're going to buy bonk. I think we're going to put our $1,000 of the on Bybit that we are having for a challenge trade. So we're going to start with the bonk in case if it flips. Actually, hey, hi there, I hope you're doing good. I just want to know about 1k. Yes, you can start. I mean, I've already started it. Honestly, from my end, I've been looking for an opportunity where I can, go in for like 10-20% move, capture 10-20% move. I've already started that. So I will be giving trades as and when I see it. As I mentioned, bonk, I have eyes on it. Once it flips, we're going to buy bonk as well on the spot bags, and we're just going to let it ride. Near bro, hit your target to long. What's next? I think it hit my target. Yes, perfectly hit my target, and we got a nice bounce as well. But I really want to see BTC flip the 69.1. So when BTC flips 69.1, I think near is going to be like skyrocket. It's gonna go push up one more time and gonna go to $10 in my view. So and hence, I think if you have bought the near spot bags, you should hold ride with the stops at break even. Okay, you should literally ride with stops at break even. In case if BTC don't flip 69 point way, we start rejecting, we go one more down. Let's say we go one more down, the near might just go for a double bottom, and that way you can get a good entry actually. So no loss, no foul. I mean, you will be safe in both the scenarios actually. Bro, check FXS in the bottom. FXS. Let's see FXS. Interesting. This chart is looking good on the 3-day. It's forming a very interesting range structure. If you look at here, that's where the deviation happened, and we also retested it. So practically speaking, this chart looks great, but I've seen this sort of chart, I mean, which normally don't play out, but let's say if it's just going to play out, it's going to be like ABC. I think we need to hold 3.95 till we are above 3.95. We're bullish, and slowly going to be looking for chop move towards 7.5. From there, either we're going to reject and dump down like this, or we're just going to flip it. Once we flip it on the 3 days, we can look for upside towards the sweep of the highs. So practically right now it's looking bullish. So your invalidation is your range lows, very clean range lows of 3.95. But let me just look at something else. RSI is looking great, guys, and all our indicator, I mean oscillator is green, RSI confluence green, BB, oh my god, BB confluence is green for the first time. Look at here. And whenever the BB confluence and RSI confluence is green, the price normally moves up. You can see here the green price moves up. Here as well, the green, literally here the price go to the equilibrium. Whenever we go for BB is like, so this is the time where over here we got a move on an upside, but after that we dumped again. Green from here, the price just pumped up. Practically, I think this is a very good, interesting levels. I mean, this chart is looking great actually. Amazing. It looks great actually. It is looking bullish to me actually, honestly speaking. Can you check people? I am stuck in shorts. People, let's see. People. People is bullish. Honestly speaking, this is the most bullish chart I've seen. Honestly, I think there is no doubt in, or you should not be even doubting about people. I think it's going to go to the range highs. I think we are likely going to see a pump on people towards the target of here. This is where we are going, guys. 11515. So this whole move is a, can be a wave 1 or can be wave A actually, but let's say wave 1, A, B, C, wave 2 over here, and we started a bigger wave. So practically speaking, I think any retest is a possibility, but I'm not sure if it's gonna give you. But overall, my target is here, minimum target is here, and an extended target is a new all-time highs. So I think the high-term time frame is very, very bullish. The daily itself is looking bullish. We have a nice bullish order block, and on 4 hours time frame as well, it's looking bullish actually. Yeah, there is no sign of a bearishness. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, 1 hour is also looking great, but there is a bad divergence. So what we might do is we might just probably do something like this here, and after that run it up. So 1 hour is having a bad divergence, so we might be pushing down. Maybe even, if we good luck, we can retest it and we can then look for a long like this, or it can simply go up straight away. It might just invalidate this whole divergence as well. 15 minutes interval is looking bullish. We have a bull flag on the 15 minutes. So we might be going to push up like this maybe one more time, and then we look for a down like this, a support, and then we're going to further run up, or you can straight away come from here. Overall, it's bullish, guys. It's bullish. So you just have to, look for your levels. The target is 115. It's gonna go there by hook or crook. Now it's gonna go there in two ways. LTF, there is a bad divergence on the 1 hour as well. So practically, if this bad divergence plays out, then it should do something like this, and then it should go up. So that's how it should play, and then you can get a good opportunity to get out of the short actually. So, but in case if it just don't do that, if we flip certain levels, now what levels are we talking about? If it flips the 161 and Fibonacci levels, then you have a problem like here. If it flips 95115 on 4 hours closing 2 4-hour candle above, then you have a problem. Basically, it's just going to run up to take the liquidity on the upside, rather than, so you just might get wrecked actually, honestly speaking. But for now, we have a bad divergence, so let's see if this plays out or not. But overall, I'm bullish. I'm expecting it to go here. Overall, it's bullish. Solana, guys, I think we have a good opportunity in Solana, honestly speaking, but there is a very nice bear count that I have on Solana, and let me show you as well the bear count that I have. We have a support. Perfect. So if you can see here, the range, we got wave 1, wave 2, a breakout wave 3, and we got a wave 4. I think Solana is a very good, very, very, very good opportunity in my view, honestly speaking, because we are at a range low support. We are holding the range low support, as you can see from here, literally bouncing from 162.5, and I would like to see Solana going up one more time along with everything else towards 197, teasing everyone to new all-time highs, and maybe it can break new all-time highs like this, and then we can fall, as I mentioned, like a bigger channel or accumulation, or simply it just have one more push up, and after that we can look for a downside like this. There are two possibilities, but at least on lower term time frame, I think till we're above 162, I'm expecting Solana to give us at least 10 to 12% push on an upside. So I think we should be buying Solana. So let's buy Solana. I'm going to give you for, maybe we're going to buy Solana for 50% spot bags on our $1,000 challenge, and we're going to also look to put that for $500, the rest of the $500 in somewhere else. But maybe we can even put that $500 in near, because it's a very high probable trade as well. Even Ethereum looks great in my view. As I mentioned, I just wanted to flip the 3,827, because once it flips the 3,827, it opens door for Ethereum to push up to 1618 basically, which is around 4,200. So why to just knife catch when we know once it flips 3,800, we will step in and we will pump it up to 10% move. Maybe can even go to 4,300, but 10% is guaranteed. So we're gonna make 10%, easy peasy. With a 2x leverage, you can make 20%. With 3x, 30%. That's how you can make good amount of gains actually. FET BTC now coming to FET BTC. FET BTC is still accumulating, guys. It's forming a very interesting, I would say, triangle over here, and a very interesting accumulation I've seen. And once we break out of this accumulation, breakout or breakdown, whatever happens, it's going to be very, very, very strong actually. So if you look at this move, was like A, B, C, D, and E. So I think if we are holding the levels of 3252, I'm expecting a FET BTC to do something like this, and it can literally do something like this. The breakout can be really, really big actually. So I am, whatever the 50% bag I have for, for Bitcoin, I think it is very, very wise for us to, buy some FET, because that's going to make us good money. And FET is also retesting the 2.16 support. It's not yet retested, but it's about to retest it. Now, if that is the case, that FET is retesting the support and we are holding the 2.16, makes it a very good risk reward. So we can just simply buy 2.17 to 2.16, and once we lose it like this, we will just simply close it very quickly, and it's just going to dump like this then. But if you just hold it here, I am expecting FET to maybe do something like this, to 3.9 to $4. I think FET, we can put just $500 in FET as well, or maybe full $1,000 in FET. I mean, that is going to be the good risk reward in my view. RNDR, I think my RNDR plan is still same, that 10.3 is pretty much evidently strong levels. And also we are having a bearish bearish engulfing on the daily as well again. So practically we already got a dump, as you can see yesterday. The bear engulfing might play it out, might not, but overall what I'm watching here for FET is, this is some sort of a wave 1, this is some sort of a wave 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the 5 waves looks to me like is done for RNDR actually. It's a very, very nice diagonal actually. So it's going to be like a bearish retest of around 11.1, and from there we start dumping down like this, retesting the big support, and from there we run up, or it's simply going to have one more move on the downside, and after that we run up. But overall I think for now it's looking to me bearish. Okay, how we are going to consider that it's going to be very, very bullish once we flip 11.4, basically these levels. If the price gets acceptance above these levels, which we have never seen an acceptance since 9th of May, we have tried almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and we have rejected that levels. So if this time, if let's say we want to push it up, we flip it, we buy it, and we literally let it ride to new all-time highs. So that's what then RNDR is likely going to do then. So for now, I think I'm neutral. I'm not that bearish, I'm not that bullish, because we are in a zone that I would not like to trade it actually over here for RNDR. I would like to trade more on RNDR once we reclaim the levels of 11.4, and from there you simply buy it without just closing your eyes, and buy it and let it ride to 12.97 minimum, and can even go to $14. Okay, let's also have a look at LAI. Unfortunately, LAI was I was expecting LAI to just take a liquidity on the downside, which is so unfortunate. I don't know why the hell LAI did not took that liquidity. But anyways, I mean, we're just making lower, not higher highs, lower highs. So I'm very, very happy. Now I just want LAI to just go up, down, sweep the lows, take the liquidity, and from there run it back up. So I'm still optimistic on LAI to fill us actually, ladies and gentlemen. Overall, I think a lot of alts are looking great. For example, if you look at BNB on the 3 days chart, BNB is very, very interesting, looking great. I mean, it's on the verge of, I would say, finishing this whole pattern. I mean, it's just on the verge of, completing its triangle. We already got one fake out, a breakout, as I mentioned. Once we flip this whole, once we get a breakout, I think I would be interested to long BNB or buy BNB. It is a very high probable trade, guys. Just imagine the move that you watch here. Just imagine, guys, just imagine this move. You can replicate this, or you can get this whole move down on BNB. A $600, from 600 it can pump it up straight away to 880 to 900 bucks. Imagine this like a bigger range. Imagine it's like a logarithmic chart over here, and what we are likely going to do is it's like a bigger accumulation that's happening on BNB, and it's like a UT. It's like a distribution that's happening on BNB. If you look at from the week of accumulation perspective, so this is your move on the downside. This is your AR, ST, and then you got a SOV in phase B, sweep it, accumulation happening, and then you're going to see a UT on an upside, goes back to 800, 880, come back down, and a bear run again. BNB gonna come back down towards 230. Accumulation is gonna happen again, one more push up, and then we go for a bear market like this. So that's how the bigger accumulation plays out for BNB. So for, ladies and gentlemen, I think at higher time frame, yes, you might feel it's bearish, but at least the daily is looking very, very interesting. It's looking damn bullish. Bullish in the sense very, very, very bullish. So I'm just waiting it to flip the trend line. Once it reclaim, I would say 617.5, I am ready to buy it, and I am looking for BNB to give us a big move on an upside. A minimum move, I'm expecting 20%. Max, it can give you 40%, 44%. So BNB can literally rock and roll actually. Okay, so BNB is likely, all my eyes on BNB. Let's also check my favorite DOT, because I'm having spot bags in DOT actually. I just wanted to tell you, DOT came back into my entry again. 7.39 is my average, and it is right now at 7.29. I feel DOT is bullish. I'm expecting DOT to push up one more time and go towards the resistance of 8.2. This is where I'm aiming for taking profits or booking profits on DOT. But if you look at from the weekly perspective, if you look at here, I feel that this is like A, B, C. This is like A, B, C. This is like A. This is B, 9.6, and we're going to C. So that's what the head and shoulder I'm at. So overall, I'm not bullish on like it's gonna go to $40, $50. No, but a minimum level of minimum 8.2 and max it can go to 9.6 is what I'm aiming for DOT overall. So that's what, ladies and gentlemen, I have for today's stream. And if you have any further questions, you need the chart, or you are literally having a little bit confusion about anything I've explained to you in very much detail, just ping me in the Discord. I'll answer you every of the questions actually. So thanks a lot and have a very nice weekend, guys. Whatever the trades I see, I'm just gonna give you. I'm just waiting for Bitcoin to flip my levels. Once it flips, we're gonna go in. So that's all. I'm bullish on Bitcoin, as I mentioned. So that's the plan that I have. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining. Have a nice day.